Alright guys, we are back with Premiere Pro, another episode. This time we're going to touch a little bit on LUMA Key as a carryover episode from the previous video. So let's begin. First one, new project, and as usual you need to enter all the necessary information, name of project, where you want to save the project to. Again, like I said, choose a drive that is empty and then click OK. All right. Okay. It will take some time. Let it start up and you will soon see your interface. Okay, there we go. Okay, now if you are new to Premiere Pro and this is your first time here, I recommend you watch the other video where you will get a brief run through of what Premiere Pro can do and what it does. Today I'm just going to focus on some special features for keying. Okay, and this is to help you guys, current students who are currently required to do a little bit of titling, etc., etc. So what we're going to do is first we're going to import. If we go to the bottom part here, we're going to right click, we're going to import. We are going to go look for the video. It's in my 4 exercises folder. I need to find it. D for web test 4 exercises in my temp, and I have the video clip. Now the file is imported here. If you scrub left and right, just move your mouse over, you can visually see what is happening. Is this the right clip for you? Fantastic. So I am going to double click it and it will open up here where you can now specify your in and out points. Now an in and out point is basically a trim version of the video clip. Now in this case I don't want to use the whole video. I want to just take the last bit, which is this one. Okay, so I'm going to go to the beginning portion and then I'm going to mark, I'm going to click this, it's mark in, I'm going to press I, and then I'm going to go to the end of the clip, which is here, and then I'm going to click this one, which is O, to mark out. Alright, and what I have done here is I basically told the computer, look, I don't want everything in front of it, I just want that little bit. Okay, now you can click and drag and drop it in, and only that little portion of in and out is going to come in. All right, let's play it.
I am going to try to remove the white, and then I'm going to try to remove the black.
All right, so as per what he said, we are now going to try to remove certain parts of the video based on luminance values. That means on the brightness part of the video. Now, like any other keying program or application, we want to have something underneath the video. So I'm going to move the video to the second layer, V2, and underneath here, I want to put something to show that I am doing a proper key. Now, you can very simply do this. You can right click in this box, the project box, right click, click new item, and you are going to select anything here that you want. I want bars and, or rather HD bars and tone. Okay, click OK, and then drag that underneath like that. Okay, hold on, the audio, pull down and pull it out like that. Okay, all right, so if I play it now, you will have a set of bars and tones. Okay, of course nothing is happening right now because I haven't done a key, but I am actually going to delete the bars and tones because I find that kind of irritating. Or you can just press Ctrl Z all the way and go back to where you were before. Instead, I'm going to click new item. I am going to click color matte. All right, I'm going to specify a nice color that is really, really odd, maybe a purple. Okay, I'm going to call it purple. I'm going to put the purple underneath. And now I am going to see whether I can pull a decent key. Okay, so now to open this up again, we need to find the effects libraries, and the effect is here on the right, and you have a whole bunch of effects that you can pull. Okay, so let's open up the video effects twirly, look for keying, see if you can find keying, and keying is over here, and now you specify LUMA Key. Take that, drag it onto the video, and get ready to start removing. Now straight away you will see that the video has become a little bit purplish. Alright, that means the layer underneath, the purple underneath, is coming through. That means the LUMA Key is already beginning to work. Unfortunately, that is not what I want. I want to control how much of the key I want to pull. And it's very, very straightforward. Just open up the, by the way, all of these things here, like the motion effect, rotation effect, opacity effect, time remapping effect, these are all standard options. Whenever you have a video clip, the moment you bring in a video clip, you will have these three things there, plus the audio effects as well. The LUMA Key, on the other hand, is something that we added separately. All right, now you can delete it by just selecting it and pressing delete. And just to show you, I'm going to drag the LUMA Key in again, and the LUMA Key appears here. Okay, now by sliding the threshold, you can literally specify which parts of the screen do you want to remove. Okay, now notice what's happening. The black is actually disappearing. Okay, all right. Now, if you, maybe the purple is not a correct choice because you can't visualize what's happening. Let me replace that with a video. Okay, let me go find a video and see if I can add something else underneath that may be more interesting to see. Let me see. What else do I have? Yeah, let me take the Starfare promo. So bring that in. I'm going to put this video underneath it. And look what's happening. That's right, folks. All the dark areas in the video have now been keyed out. Okay. Okay. So here's the question, and I know all of you are asking right now. Why do we have LUMA keying when we can basically do the same thing with Chroma, with a Chroma keyer? Good question. And the most simple answer is this. When you use a Chroma keyer, you need to specify a color range. Now that color range can work from green, light green, to dark green. Okay? Unfortunately, Chroma Key doesn't do very well when you have to remove a translucent color. All right, for example, if you are shooting smoke, all right, normally when I shoot smoke effects, I would use my vape and I would breathe the vapor into the air with a dark background. Now, if you use a Chroma Key and you try to remove the black, you will find that you can't do it very well. The computer will falter. Okay, but if you try it with a LUMA Key, the computer tends to pull a cleaner, more artistic looking look. All right, and to demonstrate that point, if you look at my shirt over here, at all the little wrinkles, textures, my eyes, my hair, notice how it's pulling a very nice artistic textured look. Okay, right. So how does LUMA Key work? Well, the LUMA Key essentially is working by selecting a color and pulling it accordingly. All right, now if you slide the cutoff point, now it's on black. 0% means you're selecting black. 100% means you are selecting the whites. So if I select the whites, there will be a point where it crosses over like this. All right, and there you go. Keep sliding, play with both, and you can achieve not a bad looking key. But if you notice, if you look at my forehead over here, all right, all the highlight points, it becomes transparent. And that is the problem with the LUMA Key, okay? It selects regions of the frame based on brightness, okay? So you need to be very careful with this keying principle. You need to ask yourself, when do I use a LUMA key and when do I use a Chroma key? So here's my simple answer. If in an emergency situation, I need to pull a key and I don't have a green screen with me and I don't have a lot of other things with me, but I need to do it. I need to do it quick. I need to do it fast. I would use a LUMA key. And it's very simple how I do it. I'll turn off all the lights in the room. I will get my phone, the torch on my phone, and I will just illuminate a foreground object. In other words, the background will be totally black. Right? Then I come in and I pull a Chroma key like this, and I can get fairly decent results if you plan carefully. Okay? Now here is the trade-off. The trade-off is you are going to lose detail. Okay, so think very carefully about what you want to crop. If you are shooting smoke, dust particles, liquid, and things that don't have a very defined outline, then the LUMA key option will be the best option for you. Okay. Now, to make life easier, and I don't know I don't think I showed this to you, but let me explain how it works. The computer is looking at every single pixel in the frame and processing it. Okay. If you want to speed things up somewhat, you can actually use these features here. That's the free draw, Bezier, that is the polygon mask, and that is the ellipse mask. And what these masks do is to literally, you are telling the computer not to calculate outside of that line. Now what's going to happen is the computer is going to speed up tremendously. Okay? See that? Unfortunately, it's also not calculating outside of this area here. All right? Notice when my hand goes off the frame, like that, there is no LUMA key effect there. There is only a LUMA key effect in here. But if you play it back, you will realize that the computer is essentially doing the same processing much, much faster. Okay, so that is basically what a mask does for you. Okay, now you don't have to use a mask if you don't want to. If you just want to play with the threshold and the cutoff point, by all means, go ahead. Okay. All right, so that's a LUMA key, guys. Now, here's what I want you to do as an assignment, as an exercise. I want you to shoot a video with a black background and bring that clip in and then apply a key, a LUMA key. While you are there, try to shoot a video with a white background and try to do the same effect. You will find that if you light things carefully and in a very flat manner, you can achieve a very, very nice and decent LUMA key as well. Okay, so that in a nutshell is the LUMA key principle. Later on, we will do additional things like a track mat and all that. But right now, have fun, enjoy, and I will see you in the next Premiere Pro tip. Bye-bye.